Hello and welcome. It is Deb and Bec with this week's vlog. So wherever it is that you're finding us here, there are plenty of other places you can find us, I am sure. We are on YouTube, Dare to Be You. We are on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, Dare to Be You with the purple heart at the end. We have a website, daretobeyou.co.uk, where you can sign up to our mailing list and always know where we are and what we're up to. And we are on LinkedIn under my name, Deborah Simmons. So this week, the title of our blog was Effortless Relationships, and both Bec and I wrote something under that title, and Bec is going to read what I wrote.
I am, so here we go. This is Deb's blog on effortless relationships. Relationships should be one of the simplest things for human beings, but there is a fundamental misunderstanding that makes the simplest of things a difficult struggle for way too many of us. Relationships seem to fall into that category. All we ever want is to love and to be loved. It doesn't feel like too much to ask of life. Are we asking the wrong question? We come at relationships believing that somehow the other person is going to complete us or give us something that we don't have. This is true of pretty much every relationship we are in, even if it comes from what seems like a genuine, loving place. We have somehow got the idea that we lack something, and connection with another is going to make up the deficit. It's going to tick the box of loving and being loved. When Sydney Banks had his enlightenment experience, he very deeply saw that we are all whole and complete. That is our starting point. Nothing needed to be added. We don't need someone else to love us or complete us. So maybe it's the whole idea of what a relationship is that we have wrong. What if relationships are just meant to be fun? What if they are just the icing on a cake that is already ours? What if they aren't something we need, but just a beautiful gift that being human affords us? What if it is our belief in our personal thinking that gets in the way of us seeing this? I have noticed that when I look at some of the things my own mind does, it doesn't always make sense to me. I've seen that's the same for other people too. If we ever think to stop and look at what we think and ask ourselves if it's true, we don't actually believe our own thinking. We just think we do. How crazy is that? Let me say that again. If we ever think to stop and look at what we think and ask ourselves if it is true, we don't actually believe our own thinking. We just think we do. How crazy is that? I know that we don't, because in spite of everything, many relationships do work. And we do have beautiful and fruitful and loving and helpful connections with all sorts of people. If we really believed our thinking, we wouldn't be able to do that. The more of our thinking we see through, the more we experience our own love and connection. This is why awareness of our own mind and what it's up to is key to great relationships. Once we start to see through our thinking, our relationships start to get easier and happier. Relationships actually become the simple things they are supposed to be. Don't take my word for it. Get curious and see for yourself. I would love to hear what you find.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Bec. So now I am going to read what Bec wrote. There is nothing you have to do, be, or have that can make you more wonderful than you already are. Great start. When I first saw just a glimpse of truth in this, it changed my relationships. We share a lot about relationships, and the first and most important thing that we point to is that all good, healthy, and effortless relationships begin with self. How? Well, it looks like this to me. When I turn up to anything in life believing I need to be more, do more, or have more to be something different, then I have a lot of noise in my head. With a lot of noise in my mind, it takes a lot more effort to be in a relationship, any relationship. When I turn up knowing that I'm already enough, I'm able to be who I am, and from a clear and quiet mind, there is far less for me to do in any relationship. I have found that from a quieter mind, I am all of the things that I think I should be, but from a more natural and peaceful space. I am considerate, compassionate, caring, and thoughtful. But without the noisy mind, the pressure of getting it right, I am all of these things effortlessly. Have you noticed there are things that you can do with virtually no effort? Driving, cooking a meal, typing, making a cup of tea, baking a cake. I'm sure that you have skills of your own that come to mind. All skills that at one time we might have had a lot of noise about, and yet now the noise has quietened down, and we just find these things happening through us because at some point we realised we were perfectly capable of doing them. This is exactly what I have seen with relationships too. I realised that I was capable of being me, and being me is all that is required for effortless relationships. Thanks, Bec.
Thank you, Deb. So like we said at the beginning, if you want to connect with us, there's lots and lots of ways to do that wherever you're watching this. We are on YouTube, Dare to Be You. We have a Facebook group, Dare to Be You, with a purple heart at the end. There's our website you can visit, daretobeyou.co.uk, to see what we're up to, what events we've got coming up, sign up to our mailing list. And we're also on LinkedIn as Deborah Simmons. So there's lots and lots of ways to be in touch, find out what we're up to, and we'd love to see you somewhere. We hope you've enjoyed this week's blog.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.